were telling me, the Twitch security like kind of like got together after that and we were like, wait, what happened? Oh, I didn't even see what happened, haha, and just like started talking about something else. So it's like, okay, and then that's the events of what happened, just to like line all that up. But I didn't talk at all about the aftermath of all of this at all, and I don't think anyone knows this, save for like maybe some streamers that I'm friends with that came to spend time with me or that I talked to last night. Whew, okay. So I finished the meet and greet, and I was escorted back to my hotel by my one security guard. Oh, and also, by the way, I've seen clips, people bringing up clips of me talking about how my previous favorite security guard was permabanned from Twitchcon because at a previous Twitchcon 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, there was a stalker and he held him by the arm until police got there.
I mean, I just don't... Like, there's Comic-Con, there's VidCon, there's so many different conventions. Like, I don't understand how this is, like, getting increasingly worse year over year for Twitch. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. The parasocial aspect of Twitch, I know, but, like, VidCon is parasocial, too. Like, it's not like... I don't think it's necessarily that like Twitch has extra Twitch is like extra parasocial. Maybe it happens at other conventions as well and I'm just like oblivious to it, but it's crazy that like I've been going to Twitch cons both in Europe and in the United States of America for years. This is the first TwitchCon that I did not attend. Okay? This is the first TwitchCon I did not attend. I've gone to conventions for other things. I've gone to Anime Expo. I've gone to VidCon. I've gone to basically every other type of event like this. And last year's TwitchCon, if you recall, if you watched like the Fear End podcast that we did last year after TwitchCon, you will realize that even back then, I had noticed that there was a real problem with like streamers that were going from other platforms, specifically like Kick usually, just to like disrupt the event. And many of them did, and disrupt the event through like targeted harassment at other streamers, both in and around the event area. Okay, they did that, and I didn't like that. I criticized it quite a bit. Nick Pollum literally got assaulted, like a Kick streamer who was streaming on the convention floor. Straight up went up to Nick Pollum and like licked his hand. He was sexually assaulted. That person got kicked, but still, like the fact that this was happening. The fact that that was already happening, it was already an issue. I licked his nipple, sorry. Wasn't it? Didn't he get his nipple licked or something? Like, Wake got groped. Anyway, my point is like that was one of the many different incidents. Like Frogan outside of TwitchCon was being directly stalked by TwitchCon, should have detained him until law enforcement got there. In the video, what if he had a knife in his hand? Like, a crime took place. It's a sexual assault. You absolutely, and there are cops supposedly at TwitchCon as well. But even outside of that, you absolutely, if you're a member of like a security team, can hold someone and detain someone for, you know, a little bit until the cops get there. Exactly. But was it qualified security? They hire people? What do you mean? Yes, I've been at TwitchCon. Yes. Of course they have. Of course they have security everywhere. It's supposed to be that way. That's their job. Like they're certified. There are certified security people there.
So I was doing my meet and greet, and I've seen people saying that it was an obligation given to me, like to be a featured creator and to have my show, I had to do a meet and greet, which is true. I was told that I had to do a meet and greet, but as far as I know, there's some people that canceled. Regardless, I didn't cancel. I thought it was going to be fine. So I show up at 4. I'm doing my meet and greet. This happened about 30 minutes into my meet and greet, so I was probably only like 20 to 30% done with my meet and greet. I was just taking a picture with someone else, like completely normal, nice guy. And then I see out of the corner of my eye, there's a guy walking around the side of the meet and greet. And he crosses in front of the meet and greet of the person to the left of me, which is a VTuber. So he's able to walk up and in front of another streamer's meet and greet. And then he walks up to me and he's like walking with a purpose, you know what I mean? And he grabs me, but I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, but in my head, I'm like, it seems like he's supposed to be here, and then he leans in like he's gonna tell me something. So in my head, I'm like, maybe it's like TwitchCon staff like coming to let me know.
Cine got your Twitch hired security guards from TwitchCon France. Nice. They were great. I've had great security at all of these events, for the record. And I'm not saying that to like defend Twitch or anything. I'm just saying I got lucky, it seems. But even in spite of that, something can still happen. But this is a failure on basically every aspect of security. It's a failure across the board, right? Because it's impossible for there to be due diligence for every single nut job, right? You don't know what someone is going to do, but she should have a multiple person security team, especially when she's doing the meet and greet. And then she should have been taken care of. Like the person should have been apprehended on the spot, and detained until the cops arrived. And she should have been taken care of from that point on. You are a man. Yes, you are aware. Wait, what? What is that? Yeah, I know. I'm saying that despite the fact that I was a man, and I am a man, I had proper security at these events, partially because I get a lot of death threats. But what is that? Yeah, I know. I'm saying that despite the fact that I was a man, and I am a man, I had proper security at these events, partially because I get a lot of death threats. But Emiru has a lot of stalkers. She should have even better security than me. That's my point. Like, my point is, she should have even better security that is even more on top of the situation.
And lips puckered, tries to kiss me. and I start screaming. You can't hear it in the clip, but I'm fucking screaming my head off. And then my security, Twitch's security is like nowhere near me, nowhere to be found. I can see them, but they don't do anything. My security jumps up and shoves the guy away from me and is like, get the fuck out of here. And he's allowed to walk away and leave.
Also, yeah, a man could be assaulted too, but that's
so
not
then
the point.
after this point, I did not see a lot of what happened here. This is just based off what people in the line told me. My friend Bonnie, who was there, told me, and Melissa,
When you
my
say
manager,
she should have, you mean Twitch should have given her. Wait, did I say she should have? No, there's nothing she could have done differently, okay? Yeah, I mean Twitch. Like, Twitch should have given her. Did I even say she should have? I said Twitch. I don't think I said she should have. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yes, I obviously mean Twitch. Twitch should have done a lot better and a lot more in terms of making sure that she was safe. You said in terms of she deserves? Oh, yeah.
Me. So the woman who moved me away from the meet and greet was my personal manager. That was not Twitch staff.
Oh, yeah. You said she should have had, as in Twitch should have given her. Okay, why are people being so fucking crazy, man? Yes, I said she should have had extra security. As in, Twitch should have given her extra security. Jesus Christ.
No one in Twitch staff came up to me to like see what was going on. My manager and Bonnie moved me to the back, and they're like hugging me and being like, do you want to finish your meet and greet, basically. And I was back there for like a minute, and I was like, you know what, like I want to finish it.
That's
like,
crazy. That also is a,
you know.
That's also extra crazy that like she got fucking violently assaulted on the meet and greet line and took a couple seconds to herself and then went back out there is
They're
wild.
just nice, normal people. And I go back out there, and still there's no one from Twitch there. And the poor guy that I was taking the picture with, no one from Twitch there. I say to this guy, I'm like, I'm sorry you had to see that. And he's like, no, like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Why am I having to tell the TwitchCon attendees and my fans, sorry you had to see that, and not like someone from Twitch or Twitch security? Anyway, so I didn't see this. This is just what my friend and my manager, all of TwitchCon, not just the venue, because that was in Las Vegas. Anyway, that just a side note. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's the one. Yeah. E-Rob got into a fight with a kick streamer last year too. Yo, that's the same one. I think that's the same kick streamer.
Also say, what you guys are seeing here is character development. I've always been the person who never says shit. Like, I just want everyone to have fun and for things to go well. Why am I the person who has to do this? So anyway, after I'm escorted back to my hotel, I let some of my friends know they come to my hotel to see me and spend time with me, like make sure I'm okay and everything. And then my manager's letting me know, she says, okay, my manager, I've contacted the police, they're gonna come talk to you about pressing charges, etc. They're trying to find the guy, they haven't found him. I'm like, what? Anyway, so at some point while I'm with my friends, a police officer comes and talks to me, interviews my manager, talks to my Twitch partner manager, who, by the way, she's so sweet, like she didn't do anything wrong here. All of that happens, and then I'm complaining to my friends, I'm like, the fuck do I do here, guys? Like, I have to talk about this, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, like, don't worry about that right now. And then suddenly Wake's like, wait, why is my Discord saying hope Emmy's okay? And I'm like, oh, fuck. I guess the clip got posted. Again, thank God someone was filming, because otherwise I don't think Twitch would have said anything. So after that, I start getting a lot of messages. I'm responding to people, and
someone, what do they get? Like, you know, six months max. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, Chatter's got 30 days in this community on a platform-wide ban for typing out the word cracker. I mean, but once again, form and the convention, like it should have been. We detained them immediately and we released him to law enforcement. So he goes to prison. And you know, I am not like Mr. Crime and Punishment, okay? But that's crazy. Like that's just a straightforward crime. What needs to happen for Twitch to be like, all right, well, I guess we gotta hold on to this one, you know?
They're like, oh yeah, here's his photo. We're like gonna find him. He still had his badge and his wristband and everything. The guy. So, yeah, I really feel like a lot of this process wouldn't have happened if it weren't for my manager advocating for me so hard. Which again, I'll get to that later. I'll keep going here. So they also showed my manager some security footage of the area, and the guy was he was waiting for there to be a gap in security, and there was. He was able to walk through the side, not through like the 2 lanes of meet and greet people who had signed up and been like background checked for my meet and greet. So he was able to just walk through because there just wasn't like consistent security there. Oh my gosh. And then, so yeah, that's basically my day yesterday. And then today, this morning, I was told that Amazon flew in their global head of something to redesign the whole process and security of the con for the rest of the convention. Why wasn't there someone like that here already? Or like they didn't do that beforehand? Like, hello? I'm sorry. So yeah, I guess they know that they fucked up really bad if they're flying in their Amazon's global head. And also, I want to make it clear so that people understand this. I am so lucky and privileged, okay? Do you know how much I spent on security to be able to come to this event in the first place? Like, but I'm not just talking about yesterday, I'm talking about my security for like my RV trip that I did with my friends and stuff. I spent over $10,000. Some people who stream on Twitch don't even make $10,000 in a year. What the fuck are they supposed to do? Like, if you watch the clip, the security guard who pushes the guy away is my security. The woman who pulls me to the back, my manager. If you're a small streamer and you don't have those resources, or someone in your line's not filming, what the fuck do you do?
Team, because the top content creators on the platform, aside from the privilege that they have, do literally get actual, like, you've seen it with me. I have 3 dudes on me at all times when I go to these things. I had 3 dudes, one right next to me, and then one scouting out the crowd, and one, like, usually when I go to these sorts of things, like the convention itself will be like, yeah, we have to make sure that there's like crowd control. You know what I mean? Okay, bro, not the same situation though. I don't know if you know who I am, but I have been in this exact same situation. I've done the meet and greets at TwitchCon. She should have had Twitch security teams on her at all times. How the fuck are there top content creators on the platform that do not have security teams on them at all times? I've done DreamCon, and at DreamCon I had an event security team on me at all times. That makes no sense. I cannot believe it, dude. Especially after a bunch of top female content creators literally said, we are concerned about going to Twitch this year, like going to TwitchCon this year, like, and then they said that they were going to take extra precautionary measures. I don't understand how this happened. I mean, I'm not there this year. I didn't go, ironically enough, for different security concerns. But like, I cannot believe it, dude. I cannot fucking believe it.
I am not an angry person. Like, it's just ridiculous. And like, honestly, I genuinely think there have been other people who have been sexually assaulted, groped, like, who fucking knows, worse, at these conventions, and just nobody knows. Because like I said, they didn't post any kind of announcement, weren't letting other streamers with similar events as me, similar meet and greets know.
Yeah,
until
that's insane too.
There was like a viral clip.
Like that also is ridiculous. Like as soon as that shit happens, you're supposed to lock it down. That's also crazy. You have to have an abundance of caution. Once that happens, you have to have an abundance of caution. It should never happen, but especially after it happens once, like what are you trying to do? Like you want to do a fucking three-peat? Like what are we doing? Where they're just like, hey, I mean, you know, lightning never strikes twice, boys. It's fine. We'll be good. It's so crazy because, like, even on the PR aspect, I know big companies only care about their PR. I get it. Okay. But, like, even on the PR aspect, look at the PR now. It's fucking devastating. You know what I mean? You're losing so much more goodwill in the process. This is something that I describe all the time about the way that companies operate. When they're so profit focused in the short term, they end up having way worse long-term consequences on profit margins across the board when they're corner cutting.